The famous adage, you either win or you learn, serves as valuable consolation to anyone who doesn't get the W. So now's a great time to look back at 5 points I lost. Let's see what we can learn.
In this match, we have Tyson McGuffin and myself versus Adam Stone and Joey Farias. I'm going to take a look at exactly what led to the loss of 5 points. It's going to hurt. It all started with an overinvestment in body weight after the serve. I like to put my weight into my serve. I've only got about 140 pounds to work with, so it's pretty important I do. However, my serve brought me well into the court, and I didn't put in the work to get back. I got stuck hitting my third ball around about the apex of the bounce, as opposed to the slight downfall, which I much prefer. This caused my third ball to pop up higher than ideal. My partner, Mr. McGuffin, had wrongly assumed that I would play a better quality third shot, and given that he had disconnected early and moved in, he also assumed that I would target the returner, not the well-balanced Joey Farias with a booming forehand volley through the middle. This one boiled down to poor movement on my part, bad strategy in who to hit the third ball to, and ineffective communication in the transition zone movement. I think it's fair to say, though, in the end it was clearly Tyson's fault for thinking that I was better than I am. Here we see Tyson playing a lean-in volley dink off an effective slice from Joey. That volley dink, while not being attackable, gave Joey enough time to move around his backhand to play a forehand. History has told me that when he makes this move, there's often a bullet or a disguised attack coming my way. I felt that I needed the extra space behind the kitchen to react to the attack, and I wasn't in a posture that would help me take Joey's rolling dink out of the air. Instead, I pivoted back and played an awkward half-volley cross-court, which was too high to the Stone forehand, who caught Tyson in a tough spot around that right hip area. The ball pops up, and it's good night, Irene. I lost this one primarily due to uncertainty and bad court position. I wasn't trusting in my partner's cross-court exchange, so I never committed to staying close enough to the line to give me the option of playing a dink volley, and not the clumsy half volley that would eventually snowball into a lost point. That was my bad there, Tyson. Sorry, mate. Geez, that was the second point of the match. I didn't start too well, did I? Okay, this time I pushed back after the serve to give myself the time and space for a better contact third ball. Unfortunately, I've made the same mistake of hitting it too high and also to the Joey forehand. This time, at least he's unable to play an aggressive volley, instead pivoting back to let the ball reach its apex. That's important. He then fires a rocket ship at my right hip. That in itself might not have been enough, but I made the critical mistake of not doing my split step early enough. I was a little off balance, and though I was able to field the first attack, I was really just delaying the inevitable. Bugger. I failed to recognize that my third ball was still too high to avoid an attack off the bounce. I then waited too long to execute my split step, which cost me the balance needed to play an effective shot. On this occasion, Tyson has hit a third ball to the incoming returner. Well done, mate. It's a decent ball, but it allows Adam to play a mid-height volley. I was over-ambitious on my movement forward, but could have escaped if not for one rookie error. I tried to predict where the ball was going too early. I read Adam's hips and set myself up for the ball coming to my forehand, using a staggered foot position to help me make the shot a little easier. The late preparation it cost me when the ball comes low to my backhand is enough to mistime the contact, giving him another routine volley. Once again, I fall for misdirection, believing Adam is going to go back to the backhand side. He instead curls the ball with good wrist extension low to my forehand, which gets behind me, making control of the next ball almost impossible. The subsequent shots end the point pretty quickly. The first lesson here is overcommitment moving forward off a partner's high third ball is costly. Even when the ball drops around net height, I moved in too early and quickly, disregarding the height of my partner's third ball. I then tried to predict the shot direction from a deceptive player. If you have a player in front of you who has the ability to disguise your shot, wait until you see the ball off the paddle before you move in a direction. Doing so will effectively hedge your bets and give yourself a better chance to make cleaner contact. Here Joey hits a slice serve to me, and that effectively neutralizes some of my return spin, which makes his third ball a little easier to contact. I've been late to the party on this one, folks, not putting in the effort to get right up to the kitchen line by the time my opponent is making contact with the third ball. This means I have a late change of direction to get to Joey's wide third shot drop to my backhand, forcing me into a deep cross step and shoulder turn that takes my peripheral vision off the incoming returner. Joey moves quickly into position, hoping for exactly what he got. Poor depth control of the first dink of the rally. First and last, it turns out. I was unable to play an ideal return and failed to put in the extra effort to get to the kitchen line on time, costing me valuable time needed to quickly change direction for a quality third ball behind me. So this has been how I lost 5 points. Ask yourself this question: how often are you losing points in the same fashion? Now, yes, I've lost 5 points and the score is only 3-all. Wow. My confidence is at an all-time low, so the next one of these we bring you is going to have to be how I won 5 points. And I swear to you, I did win 5 points, honestly. This was a close match. Just a closing note. Even though I have examined 5 points I lost, only one of these points was actually on the return of serve. 4 of them were on serve, and therefore we didn't actually lose a point. To a large extent, the mistakes made were caused by being ambitious with our movement forward, wanting to apply pressure, to take chances, knowing that if we fail, we didn't lose a point.
Fortune favors the brave here, folks, so work on your return of serve and your fourth ball so you can afford to be aggressive when it comes to your service game. I mean, obviously don't make the mistakes I made. Check out our future videos, which is certainly going to be more uplifting for me, how we won 5 points.